want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise Television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to do it.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it, farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this broadcast today, live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. Welcome this evening on Enter Biafra channel 1 and 2. Welcome this evening as we continue to preach and create awareness for the restoration of Biafra in 2023. As we are about to take by force our own freedom into our own hand. I want you to understand that what I have come to do this evening is the continuation of our yesterday program, where we promised you that we are going to expose the similarities of P2B and the Azikiwe, how Azikiwe sold us, how Azikiwe failed the Biafra people and the southern Nigeria, and why we can never allow that particular scenario to happen again in this modern age. The reason why everything P2B and everything Nigeria will be stopped in Biafra land. And that is why we have ordered that on the 20th of this month, when we have received some kind of news that they are going to be rally for P2B, it does not matter whether it is P2B, Tinubu, Atiku, nobody will organize a rally in Biafra land. So that our sit at home on the 20th, probably the message is now everywhere. We are also hearing Kepu Kepu that they are planning to cancel it. I want to put it on record and as a notice that any day they call for rally for any political party will be sit at home. So if you want, you have to warn them to desist from calling for political rally or mega rally in Biafra land. We are hearing Kepu Kepu that they are canceling it. It does not matter. Our sit at home order is not going to be taken back. Our word, we can't take it back. So if they have actually said and shared the flyer that political rally, mega rally is on the 20th in Imo State, we have declared the sit at home, and it is going to be part of the activities. It is going to be part of the activities as we enter the real liberation phase of Biafra in 2023. So this time around, it is action. This person calling me, I don't know why you are calling me. You need to be blocked. As we have entered the liberation phase of this movement, as you have entered the liberation phase of this movement, each time we give order, we will never take it back. So those who want to organize political rally, you can put it, fix it every day and cancel it. Any day you fix it, we confirm that it is actually a rally. We are going to order sit at home, and there will be no taking back, because we now want to actually waken the spirit of Biafra people to know how serious we are. So 20th of this month is sit at home. Whether they cancel it, whether they postponed it or not, it is sit at home. For the fact that we actually confirm that some idiots are coming together in Imo State is an insult. And let me also tell you, I want to address some concern. Some people called me that, what if we order sit at home only in Imo State? Why do we have to sit at home in entire Biafra when the political mega rally is supposed to take place in Imo State? So I told the person, I will address this your question or this your concern publicly during this broadcast, so that every other person who may be thinking like that will be properly addressed. So I'm going to address that, why we are going to be having sit at home in entire Biafra land, not just in Imo State. The reason is as follows. We want to send message to the Nigeria Fulani government and to the international community and draw their attention on our readiness and preparedness to leave Nigeria by 2023. So the issue of division is no longer allowed in Biafra land. An injury to one is an injury to all. The reason why they have succeeded in making us a slave or making us slaves in Nigeria today is because of the division that Zikiwe instigated amongst the Southerners. And that division is what we are going to address today. So immediately, if they succeed in telling you, oh, let it be only applicable to the state that the rally is taking place, it means they have succeeded in infiltrating us. They have succeeded in bringing the division to us. We can't accept that. We are more wiser now. So any day there is rally in any part of Biafra land, we will declare sit at home. And let me tell you, the sit at home is going to be the entire Biafra land because there are people who will be transported from other parts of Biafra state to Imo state. So when you have the sit at home, nobody will travel to the place. Nobody will travel from River State to Imo State. Nobody will travel from Abia State to Imo State. Nobody will travel from Anambra to Imo State. Nobody will travel from Ebonyi to Imo State. Nobody will travel from Enugu to Imo State. Because these criminals, they pay money to PGs. They hire people who are hungry for 500 naira. They will hire buses for them. They will put them inside bus and they promise 500 naira to them. And at the end of the day, they will not pay that money to them. They will end up paying them to 200. Because by then, you have no choice. By then, you are already in Imo State. So it does not matter. Even if they like, they will not pay you. They will say, oh, sorry, next time we're going to pay you. They did it. They did it to people they hired to become bishop in Abuja. They promised them 100,000 only for them to have appeared as bishop, and they were paid for 4,000 naira. They were disappointed. And by then, you have no choice. What you see is better. The one you have at your hand is better. You collect it. You will only complain. The deal has been done. We are going to lock entire Biafra land down. Any day we confirm that actually some idiots are organizing rally. We are going to start from now to demonstrate our readiness to leave Nigeria, to show that Biafra people did not send P2B. P2B who killed us, P2B who killed Masop members, P2B who have denied Igbo, P2B who denied Biafra, P2B who have not condemned the killing in Imo State, and they want to organize a rally in Imo State for P2B. You people are mad. You people are mad. So for that reason, it is very important, very imperative that the sit at home is not just only in Imo State, but entire Biafra land. And by doing this, those political leaders who feel that they are leaders in Biafra land will understand how ready we are. Nigerian government will understand how ready we are. It is the time for sacrifice. Entire Biafra must obey. The sacrifice has come. We are going to make those sacrifices. And the sacrifice is that whenever we call sit at home, you respect it and stay. I am telling you the fact. Some of them were asking, what have our sit at home, what have we achieved by sitting at home for 1 year? Every Monday. By the way, today's sit at home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's day, has, witnessed another level of compliance. And we must thank Biafrans for that. Every day as they struggle to attack and end the Monday sit at home, Biafrans are waking up and the thing is entering in a different gear. Today, Monday, especially in Biafra land, we have seen another level of Monday sit-at-home compliance. Did you not see it? Did you not see it? So we want to show them. If you are asking how Biafra is going to come, the time has come. I told you people that we are not waiting till next year. We are not waiting till 2023. Activities have already started. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria has already started. So any day we hear political mega rally, any part of Biafra land, automatically we are going to declare it at home. Even if they announce it one day before, we will declare it at home. We want to show them that we are in charge of our territory. We want to show them that the Biafra government in exile have been activated, and by controlling the territory of Biafra, the legitimacy to be recognized as people who truly want freedom will be giving that signal to them. So I want you all to understand the reason why we are going to do things differently this year. The reason why it is not going to be business as usual. The reason why they use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those people that surrounded him, those criminals that surrounded him. The reason why every time when there is time for election, they will always tell him, oh, please, don't go that far. We are not ready. Don't go that far, please. Don't allow them to go and vote. I am telling you that it is good that you actually, they send you to go closer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to have used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but today, you see what you have done to yourself. It is good, because maybe that time was never the right time. Maybe that time was not the appointed time. Now the appointed time has come. When you kick a toad, you don't think you are punishing that toad. You are actually helping the toad, lifting the toad up, and making sure he approaches his destination faster than expected. Because while the toad is jumping, he can never jump as far as he would have jumped when you kicked the toad. So when you think you have kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you think you have ended Biafra. Biafra. We are going to show you people madness. You see the madness? The madness that you people never expected existed in Biafra generation. We will show you people madness in this 2023. Before we go into this exposition, I want you all to listen to how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was addressing that criminal somewhere. The people that always deceive him, the people that they have always used, the people that always have worked against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the people that got angry that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has COVID-19 people around him, the people that have betrayed and sold him in Kenya. I want you to listen to this.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of slave in Kuwait is better for you. This man don't want to die. That criminal don't want to sacrifice anything. But he is the one who have ordered the killing of Biafrans before now. Of course, he can't try it again. We have told him, any day they call anybody already on Biafra again and the person die, we will tell them that they have blood in their family. This man don't want to die. This criminal don't want to sacrifice anything, just like every one of them. None of them want to sacrifice anything. That is the only thing they want, is to work with Soludo. They don't want to make sacrifice. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling them, the criminal in Kuwait, you don't want to sacrifice anything. You don't want to lose anything. I want to be slave. Now I want you to listen to Onyendu as Onyendu decimated him.
You don't want to die. You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti prime minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they're doing green card.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti prime minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they're doing green card.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti prime minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they're doing green card.
That is our leader addressing that criminal. You know, one thing is that we don't want to, start wasting time on all this. But sometime we'll be coming out little by little, bringing things that will make all this, how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sold and betrayed, to begin to add up. They hated him for bringing people like Simon Ekpa closer. The hatred was too much. You don't know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know. You don't know. You don't know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know. I want to inform you, Biafrans, today, go and listen and look at some of these criminals and they are irad. They will tell you, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows 3. The criminals knows 2. How to get Biafra. That there is one that only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know. That there is one secret that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nobody else know it except Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this idiot know that there is one secret which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not told anybody. Yet, he gave a divine directive. Let Simon Ekpa broadcast on Radio Biafra. If you claim you follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of course, this is not to them. Because the people that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya will never repent. They can never like me. They can never like me. That is why there is nothing you do in this life for them to like me. They can never like me. Because what I'm doing now is the reason why they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. So why do you think they will come and like me? They will never like me. But I want to tell ignorant idiots following, still listening to them. When you come to social media, you say that, oh, do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know 3 things? Other 1 or 2. Other people know 2. Only him know one secret, that how to get Biafra that nobody else know. Yet, he gave you a directive. You disobeyed him. Do you know whether the secret, that secret that you don't know, is in that directive that he gave? Do you know whether the secret that you don't know is in Simon Ekpa broadcast on Radio Biafra? Do you know whether the secret which you don't know, which you have been preaching on social media everywhere, is the directive of Simon Ekpa broadcasting on Radio Biafra? Do you know? Do you know whether the secret you don't know is that those COVID-19 people will actually come together and work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu closely to restore Biafra? Do you know whether that is the secret? Or have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu revealed the secret to you? Have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu revealed that secret that you claim all the time? You follow him. That secret, that one secret that he have always told you that you don't know about. Have he revealed it to you? You don't know. This is how stupid these people were. I have seen them on social media. They are giving narrative. Mazenam Dekano know 3. Other person know 2. Have he now told you, review that one you don't know? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it is? Do you know whether those directives he gave that time was the secret? You don't know. You don't know. But of course, I do not blame you. Some of you are idiots. If you went to school, not just going to school, if you went to school and allowed the school to pass through you, you will not be as stupid as you are today. You will not be as greedy as you are today. You will not have this, miss the track. But because you are a very stupid person, you come to social media. You brag how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know 3 secrets. You brag how only him know 1. You brag how people know 2. You brag how he say you don't know that last one. Now you don't know that last one. That is the reason you must follow what he told you, because you don't know that last one, that last secret that he had. He has not revealed it to you. Yet you disobeyed him at early stage of this extraordinary rendition. Today they are coming to say Onyendu is saying stop attacking each other. Onyendu say stop attacking. And you know one thing is that they use Onyendu to deceive everybody. They say Onyendu, while in the back they are stabbing him. We have, before we go into this exposition, I have one entertainment to give you people. One entertainment. I call it entertainment.
Now, before he put open at this trouble again, many Biafrans in Venezuela. Arrange them for one day for protest. Bring Biafrans in Venezuela together and go to one of Parliament office and present the case of the Biafrans. 9 hours of freedom. It's only in Venezuela came into the committee. Even go on now with the DOS. Amara mandi DOS and Uncle Kai Kago would take down Monsu. In the DOS never asked you one day to leave the name with the IPOB family in Venezuela who don't take down Monsu. If not a chicken, they just tell us some pattern make this okay. We kept Guru about it and get a they never asked you for one day who don't take down Monsu and we were IPOB family in Venezuela. Because with your voice at the struggle, with the way they are not talking at the struggle, fearless voice. IPOB family in Venezuela was even one of the strongest IPOB in this struggle. Who they take down most to IPOB Venezuela now. Obologene, never only get put that in so. Onye Biafra na Venezuela get quick again and make coin because not to go to Balumu Biafra in Venezuela. Oto gives to Balumu Biafra in Venezuela. Ude jeke ndamo so go Balumu Biafra da aga na airport to Venezuela. Ude jeke ndamo so go mana police bo mulonye Biafra mo na kidnap mulonye Biafra na Venezuela. Ude jeke ndamo si ojo ni de melu Igbo na Venezuela bu go abu de jeke ndamo so okosi abaga. Okwi na za afagi eji malu bu okosi abaga. But I struggle change the upper to fearless voice. People are not going to Oko Shabaga. Oko Shabaga, they forget his name was very well. Like I have been in South America. If a wanted person in Abaga, if a wanted person in Biafra land, many do talk about Oko Biafra land. We Ethiopia Venezuela. We not pull God the name of Nina, you 1 million, may check the Biafra land. If they get it on a Biafra strong, keep the idea of working, if they get cover. Atrocity in the community. He was only in the Golomo Biafra. If that's it, I'll cover under the umbrella of chicken, those in that room another country. Because nothing is open the no. I think the reason why. If they did not support the whole job, they can chicken, those in my powerful her, Chinas and Wood. I think the first nothing, you forget to say name when they work in Venezuela. 9 South America, ma di go over Kosia Bagana. In Chocamo, perfect manager, Babalga Fandi to Longana, Venezuela. In Chocamo, Bagati Makazu was in Venezuela. In JK Suhali. Kosia Bagana, all of them Umo Biafra, we're going to wake them up in Venezuela. Umo Biafra and Venezuela will wake up and come together for this freedom. And the Hagenji set the example. Olugo we get receive ugbo niile ugbo ọrụ ọjọọ niile lụrụ n'isi ụmụ Biafra na Venezuela. A ga-akụghị ihe ka ụmụazị na Venezuela. Ọkwa Simon Ekpa gburu ọnụ ọ ga-ata isi. Because all tagoro isi go already. You can't step your foot in Biafra land. Ọ bụghị ndị Biafra si na-achụ gị. Ọ bụghị ESN na-achụ gị. Ndị na-achụgodi gị bụgodi ụmụ Igbo ịtụtara nga na Venezuela ma ndị napụtara ego ha careless boys ndị amaghọgide gege ntị ikreti forum adịcha ndị mmadụ na-emewude eji eke ndị amoosu DOS ndị akpụrụ nwa DOS don't see how stupid ha dịcha ma ike nke uru agụ ma Chinasa Nworu ma nke anụmanụ nke nọ na Tokyo na-eme echi ụba ọkwa ha ncha na kpona hada fight for their leader onye ndu IPOB were structure. Kedu mgbe enu onye emechi ụbala atọ na fight the government for the release of his leader? Presidentially, the colors now fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of underground political solution. Challenge first. Upon kita nasi kendi ke wotamu freedom Biafra kita. Obli ke guru ago na IC okwechi yerente nele onolo na kwedi nebo ni la attachment onda the freedom. Nkatani nunu alo nisi Simon Ekpa. Chineke kwupụta gị ya. Una akpa na nkata kịta na ngebesa ag ekonu ko ndị gebe Simon Ekpa invite. Ọbịa dị kwuru si dị ele Simon Ekpa kwuru sile Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. That US na ifele emego ha. Simon Ekpa will never step his foot out from Finland. Simon Ekpa ga-anọ na Finland. Freedom adịa. Simon Ekpa from Finland. Bugene, I need to begin Euro na Biafra land to see this Fulani once and for all. So let's go see Catalina who napa. This is Simon Ekpa. Chineke Melissa Guru. Makamu amago papa mama go na go let's go man ke bezi oku na this trouble. So na nkata mgbe DOS mgbe elele Maazị Nnamdi Kanu agụụ adọrọ mma owegbu niile na onwe gị kọpụ na Venezuela enwere gị weta muzik biznes okosi abaga DOS wee na-arịchachizi gị kaadị na-akwụrụ ụgwọ ụlọ na Venezuela echara Simon Ekpa ji ike ego na strọgụ ọ bụ Tinubu? Simon Ekpa came to fight for the freedom of Biafra. Careless voice. Kita kabubo. Chehalia. And this Chehalia libe mo na ezioku. Who knows you this struggle? Iye ni lego ha ma de omo Biafra ekolonga na Venezuela will forgive you. Iwo umi bo di oko ebe no. Mbosa go wote ga atage kanchi. And we are going to face you, Kita. We are going to ginger Biafrans in Venezuela. Emmanuel will mess at this struggle. VOS in that support. Have you know how you can hear me IPOB family in Venezuela? Fearless boys, can you bring the Biafrans in Venezuela together? The answer is no. Because you are a criminal. The same people to be handled with Biafrans. The same is to look at them. He remove Biafrans in Venezuela. And one year they put Venezuela, fearless boys. But kono fonye na Venezuela keta na fearless boys. What the not both fonye aga bona Venezuela ka joy yesi. Which is in the no na Venezuela kanko bunda emase. Fearless if forget to say na almost here na Venezuela because man let's man no papa ejima. Na in China na Dominica, how we see Dominica to Venezuela. Kebiye village. The same village, Simeluki, if you go to Venezuela, you will move to Venezuela. The same village, he's not fighting freedom of Biafra. Or Simon came back in a fight. He Simon, he not fighting our freedom. You are fighting Biafra. And with Biafra will come after you from now. Upon Venezuela came on. What does it take in Venezuela? It is short of money. We are going to get you down. Don't worry. Gano. Dindo. Omurang. And God forbid, no one Simon Ekpa is not the right person to follow. Come on, Simon Ekpa again, 1%. 1%. Not even 2%. 1% from 100. Kai won't Biafra. Biafra, cha. Unanonum.
That is the criminal.
So therefore, I may lay 100% blame on it again, 1% to follow. Come on, Simon Ekpa again, 1%. 1%. Not even 2%. 1% from 100. Kai won't Biafra. Biafra, cha. Unanonum. Come on, Simon Ekpa again, 1%. 1%. Not even 2%. 1% from 100. Kai won't Biafra. Biafra, cha. Come on, Simon Ekpa again, 1%. 1%. Not even 2%. 1% from 100. Kai won't Biafra. Biafra, cha.
I want you to understand that what you see these people doing, the evil you see these people doing, is not different from P2B. It's not different. It's not different from what P2B is doing today. It's not different from what Azikiwe did. It's not different from what all the governors in the Southeast are doing. Do you think that they don't want Biafra? Do you think that P2B don't want a better country than Nigeria? Why is the P2B running that he want to change Nigeria? Because he's not happy with Nigeria. Because according to him, Nigeria is not working. But do you know that P2B would have preferred to have a different Nigeria than he has today? But do you know what? He has soiled his hand. And because it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is fronting the Biafra freedom. So he stayed. Some of them today are not supporting Biafra because the person that is piloting the affair and the person that controls the majority of Biafra movement today is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So for that reason, they don't want to support it. I am telling you, that is why some people you see, the one forming a militant group in Greek, it's not because he don't want Biafra. But why should it be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that everybody is following? Why should it be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that everybody is following? The same spirit. Anybody that fight against anybody that have something to do to get Biafra is in the same category than other people. Is in the same category than like those forming a militant. Is in the same category with P2B. Is in the same category with Dave Umahi. Is in the same category with Buhari. Is in the same category with Fulani. I am telling you the fact. The same category. Anybody that comes to say, instead Biafra will come, and it is not me that get it, or it is not that person that get it. If it is going to come from another channel other than this person, then let it never come. That person is just at the same thing as Fulanese. They are the same with Hope Uzodinma. Because Hope Uzodinma also want a different Nigeria. You think he's happy with all the killing he's killed in Imo State? He's not happy. But he has found himself in this mess. So if somebody like Hope Uzodinma come today and start shouting for Biafra, some of the people who did not support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will support him. I am telling you the fact. If Dave Umahi turn around tomorrow and say, okay, you see, this Nigeria is over. Those people you see that are following him today and say APC, they will turn around and support Biafra because it is now Dave Umahi that is shouting for Biafra. I am telling you the fact. If this man Soludo tomorrow turn around to become a Biafra agitator, that now he wants Biafra because Nigeria is not working. All the people in Anambra State, all those people telling you, let us stop sit at home, they will join Soludo to sit at home. Because they will say, oh, Soludo is now a new face of Biafra. They will join it because Soludo have joined it. But because these people are all evil, they will never ever support because it is Simon Ekpa or because it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are in the same category. So do not be deceived. I can never come against anyone that is going to get Biafra. Why should I come against the person? Why should I say the person, instead of this person to get Biafra, let the Biafra never come? And why am I here? Why am I making broadcast? Why am I out in the first place? It means I was never genuine. So anybody that said these things, they are never a genuine Biafra agitators. They are all scams. And you can hear the background of the guy. The guy is a criminal from Venezuela, and people don't know him. You don't know. Have you ever seen him? You don't know him. He hide under mic and be dishing out from Abagana. Abagana. He hide under mic and be dishing out Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. With Madam Bridget. Failures. Failures. And I am going to address Madam Bridget very soon. Because she is the one who hide under. If people tell me that Madam Bridget is this evil, I will never believe it. I will never. But desperation can lead people to do anything. If people can tell me that Madam Bridget is evil, I would never believe it. I would never. But Madam Bridget is the one hiding under somewhere and dishing information to this criminal in Venezuela to be attacking Simon Ekpa. Now, that is not why I'm here. Why I am here is to show you the exposition and the similarity of Peter Obi and Azikiwe. But before I do that, I want to bring your attention to something. Biafra is going to be one of the best countries in the world. I want to show you one example of what we, the Biafra people, are doing all over the world. Listen to this.
So the real problem is fuel. It is the fuel. And the answer for it is to go to the electric vehicles, number one. And electric piki-pikis. And secondly, to use the railway, where the railway can be quickly repaired. So before I proceed, there are people who are making piki-piki, solar power, electric piki-pikis. Are they here? Okay. You say something. Put your microphone on.
Your Excellency, sir, honorable ministers present.
Remove the mask so we can hear you.
Okay. Your Excellency, sir, honorable ministers present, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Emeka Akezua.
Did you hear that? Did you hear his name? His name is Professor Emeka Akezua or something. Professor Emeka. Professor Emeka Igboman, a Biafran, is leading the team, innovative team in faraway Uganda, bringing Uganda to the international community to begin to compete with the Committee of Nations on innovation, producing electric bike, Igbo man. When Biafra come, you think he will be in Uganda? You think he will be in Uganda? Do you know him? You don't know him. When Biafra come next year, you think he will be in Uganda? I am asking you. This is just in Africa. We have many of them in the US, in United Kingdom, in Europe, everywhere scattered. Computer. Igbo man developed it. Softwares. You don't know. It shock you? Okay, it shock you. All right. Now listen.
And electric pikis. And secondly, to use the railway, where the railway can be quickly repaired. So before I proceed, there are people who are making solar power, electric pikis. Are they here? Okay. You say something. Put your microphone on.
Your Excellency, sir, honorable ministers present.
Remove the mask so we can hear you.
Okay. Your Excellency, sir, honorable ministers present, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Emeka Akezua. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Emeka Akezua. My name is Professor Emeka Akezua. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Emeka Akezua. Honorable ministers present, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Emeka Akezua. I am the Vice Chancellor of the International University of East Africa in Kansanga, Kampala. And I'm here with my colleague, Mr. Alwi Hassan. I am a scientist, an engineer by training, and I am happy to present to you the electric motorcycle scientist and engineer. I'm here with my colleague, Mr. Eka, in Chancellor of the International University. My name is Professor Emeka Akezua. I am the Vice Chancellor of the International University of East Africa. My name is Professor Emeka Akezua. I am the Vice Chancellor of the International University of East Africa. I am the Vice Chancellor of the International University of East Africa. I am the Vice Chancellor of the International University of East Africa. I am the Vice Chancellor of the International University of East Africa in Kansanga, Kampala. And I'm here with my colleague, Mr. Alwi Hassan. I am a scientist. I'm here with my colleague, Mr. Alwi Hassan. I am a scientist, Mr. Alwi Hassan. I am a scientist, an engineer by training, and I am happy, Mr. Alwi Hassan. I am a scientist, an engineer by training, and I am happy, Mr. Alwi Hassan. I am a scientist, an engineer by training, and I am happy to present to you the electric motorcycle, the IUEA electric motorcycle. And I am happy to present to you the electric motorcycle, the IUEA electric motorcycle that was designed and developed at IUEA with partners. And our whole philosophy about this is to produce in Uganda, to develop product solutions for transportation in Uganda using mobile, based on mobility, using clean energy, electric energy. So we have, Your Excellency, created the e-motorcycle to enable us to help create jobs here in Uganda, develop capacity, the talent to build technological solutions in the area of transportation and many other areas. So the electric piki-piki that we have created is on the roads in Kampala. We are piloting those. And we have generated a lot of research that shows that these motorcycles are very viable. We can build them here in Uganda using local talent. We can build them with our partners. And
did you hear that? He's a Biafran, creating jobs, building the economy of other nations in Africa, in Uganda. And if they are able to produce machine, motorcycle, electric motorcycle, they will produce car, because it is only the same engine. Top up the engine, extend, touch the engine a little bit to be more faster, and that's it. They will produce electric car very soon in Uganda. He is a Biafran leading the team. Do you understand it? That is why you don't know when Biafra come. We are going to overtake many nations of the world. Israel is our target. That is why Israel is leading in science and innovation. Israel. They have everything. Their technology is superb. And Biafra have the same. And what we are using today is produced in Biafra land. I am telling you the fact. It's produced. Biafra made is what we are using. Biafra made. I want you people to understand. Now we are going to bring to you the video and the exposition we have. The issue of P2B and Azikiwe begin now. Exactly 1 hour, 7 minutes.
He took his final examination a year ahead of his class. He also married Mrs. Carol Smith, whom he met while they were both at Oxford University. Together they went to Nigeria, where they had their 2 children. Mr. Carol Smith, you were featured in a program recently by BBC Radio 4, titled Document, and that was hosted by Mr. Mike Thompson. You were alleged that the British government rigged the first and most important election in the history of Nigeria in 1959 in favor of the North. Am I correct?
Yes.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
From 1955 to 1960. And we were based in Lagos. I was on the staff of the Department of Labour. I was largely occupied with employment problems, all the employment exchanges, and statistics, and international reports, and was kept pretty busy.
One thing I want you all to pay attention is the fact that the election in Nigeria was rigged by the British. He said it too. I did not say it. The election in Nigeria was rigged by the British, according to this man. Okay? According to this man, was rigged by the British. Because Azikiwe want to cover his corruption so that he will not go to jail. They told him to go and align. He went, the United Kingdom told him, go and form alliance with Fulanese. Destroy the unity in the South for their own benefit. And Azikiwe did it. The same thing this Obi is doing today. The same thing this Obi is doing today is exactly what Azikiwe did. You see that? Peter Obi visit UK Prime Minister. After that, he joined political party. Now let us listen.
So stationed in Lagos in charge of the capital and the port. I was the port labour officer as well. And I also devised a port labour scheme and later a social security scheme, which was one of the first in Africa, which guaranteed workers some income after they'd finished work. It was a providence scheme. As I say, it was called the National Providence Scheme, and I was very proud to have put that on the statute book.
I was going to ask you what your role is. You've mentioned 3 important. Is there any particular name given to your office while you were there?
Just labour officer.
I was a labour officer, a senior civil servant.
Okay.
Sorry, no sound. Did you hear that? He was labor officer. Labor officer in Nigeria. While they connive with Fulani, they threatened Azikiwe to betray southern Nigeria. That if he do not form a coalition with Fulani, they are going to jail him. So he was in Nigeria as a labor officer. Labor officer. After how many years of this scam and fraud and evil agreement of Zikiwe, they have come today again to tell you about Labour Party. Labour Party. A labor officer was part of the scam of coalition, Zikiwe coalition with Northern Fulani. Today, they are again fronting Labour Party. We don't learn. We are no longer stupid. I want you to connect the dots. It was Labour Party during Ziki. It was Labour officers. Labor. Today, they have come back and they are going to use P2B to do exact thing they use Azikiwe to do. So that after 50 years, your children will be raining abuses on you. How were you people alive and allow P2B to be used against your freedom? How some of you were alive and allow P2B to be used as, to be used against your own freedom. Well, we are not going to give the opportunity for that particular history to come. So that history will never come. It will never, ever happen. The history that we are making today is that we stopped any Biafran from contesting election in Nigeria in 2023. And we stopped election from taking place in Biafra territory. And that led to the breakup of Nigeria. That is the history we are creating today. I am telling you the fact. Write it down somewhere. The history we will never allow to repeat itself is the history of Azikiwe getting threatened by the British to go and form alliance against his own will because he is a corrupt man. Listen.
I only intended to stay in Lagos initially for two tours of duty. Although because of this conflict with the elections, there were difficulties. Actually, government wouldn't let me leave the civil service. They were determined that I should stay in the civil service after my two tours. And I was offered very considerable incentives, including a knighthood, to stay and work for government. Primarily this was because I had access to state secrets. I learned, and the Governor-General himself confirmed this to me, that the elections were rigged, contrived. The intention was that the North should rule Nigeria. Even in '56, the Northern leaders were very proud and were saying, if they couldn't run Nigeria, never mind elections, they might not join Nigeria, they might leave. And we all thought, well, how would they survive? There were no industries, there's not a great deal of agriculture, some groundnuts in the north. This wasn't very practical at all. And then it was, the Governor-General seemed to be thinking that the North couldn't, even if it won an election, rule Nigeria by itself. The South wouldn't stand for that. So there had to be a partner, either the Igbos in the east or the Yoruba in the west, to team up with the North. What he didn't want was for the two southern parties, the Igbo and the Yoruba, to team up to form the government, because he believed the North wouldn't tolerate that and talked about leaving the federation. So as I learned, in a small way at first, but very rapidly I learned about the election fixing, and as I say, this was confirmed to me by the Governor-General. He actually said that he wanted me to know the truth because he wanted me to know how much trouble I was in.
You mentioned statistics you were collecting.
Even him himself was in trouble. The British man was confessing that even he himself, as far back as then, in Nigeria as a labor officer, was in trouble. He was in trouble. So they have to convince Zeke. What I am telling you today is a very, very important thing. And the quote is that we will never allow Peter Obi to repeat the mistake of Nnamdi Azikiwe. Watch.
Figures. Is that for labor and unemployed people only, or general?
Primarily, but obviously my interest was in the population
of
generally.
Nigeria.
Yes, and Awolowo, the Yoruba leader of the action group,
Yep.
and Chief Enaharo, they too, other people were saying, where are all these millions of people in the north? Where are they? We're going up there to campaign. We want to know, And you see all these, thousands of miles of not very developed countryside, and yet the northerners are claiming that their voting registration figures are larger than in the south, larger, far more people up there. Well, actually, if you went through the Igbo land, Enugu and that, you saw lots and lots of people. If you went to Ibadan, Ibadan teeming, with millions of people. But we didn't actually see many northerners, and obviously not many northerners at that time came to Lagos. So this did arouse suspicion. Now, the Europeans, not stupid, we are watching what's going on in Nigeria, and we too are beginning to feel there's something not quite right here, that maybe the elections are not going to be as straightforward as they're meant to be. Nigeria was being described as the showcase of democracy. And it was expected that the nationalist leaders would win through. But actually, when the election results were announced by the Governor-General, before the vote was even in, he didn't count for that, he didn't wait for that. I have to tell you, the British were counting the votes, and the British cannot be trusted. They look after their friends. Loyalty is the big thing for the British, and we were friends with the emirs of the north. We looked on people like Inaharo and Awolowo as rather dangerous people. They might even be communists. That's ridiculous, actually. They couldn't be communists in 1,000 years. But this was a sort of thing that was being said. And we were, Europeans, were getting a bit worried about all this. It wasn't quite the honest, straightforward election that we were hoping for.
Apart from Professor Anderson and Dr. Patrick Wilmot that supported your submission on the rigged election, there were other people who also served in the colonial office in your days. I mean, who opposed to this submission?
Initially, I was warned of what was going on by my senior officer, a Major Bunker. I didn't know, and I knew that the Governor-General had directed me to take all the office staff of the Ministry of Labour to help Chief Okoti Igbo in politicking in Warri. And this was most irregular. And I
Sorry about that. The sound is back. I'm sorry, the sound is back. The thing I want you to understand is that during the time of Azikiwe, the similarity, during the time of Azikiwe, it was same Labour Party. It was same Labour. This man you see here talking was a Labour officer. They are the one who worked underground job to make sure that Azikiwe, who is a corrupt person, who was a corrupt politician, who had financial issues, they used him because he was corrupt. They say, if you do not go and join the Fulanese, we will open your corruption case and you will go to jail. So Zik sold out. Because Zik don't want to go to prison, that is why we are suffering today. Because Zik don't want to go to prison, that is why the hatred between us and Yoruba, you see it, which we have corrected today. At least the Yoruba people will know that we did not support what Zik did. At least Oduduwa people have come to know we never supported Zik and can never support Zik. So I want you to look at the similarity. One is Labour Party. Obi now visited the Boris Johnson office, and as you can see, P2B visit UK Prime Minister's residence. After that, he was advised to now abandon PDP and join Labour. The same Labour, the same criminality of Labour, the same Labour. These are the people who tells you that they are Labour. These are the people who want to tell you that they are Labour. They want to tell you how important they are. They want to tell you how Labour is going to save you. They want to tell you Labour, they are criminals. As far back as then, they supported fraudulent Azikiwe. They supported corruption. They supported corrupt Azikiwe. They know that Azikiwe is corrupt. They tell Azikiwe, this your corruption, we are not going to investigate it. You are going to just sell your people to Fulanese, and then you will not go to jail. And they were parading Zik. The same thing Coming from the same person today is P2B. The same people, the same place, the same Zik, the same P2B. Ask yourself, why is this history trying to repeat itself? If not for us, the history will repeat right before your very, very own eyes. Do you see? Same history. Labour Party. Labour, who they say, oh, they are for people who are working. Labour supported fraud. Labour supported fraud. They have come again to support another fraud of P2B. P2B have committed crimes. P2B have offshore companies, offshore account. P2B have $15 million in offshore account against Nigerian law while he was a governor. He didn't deny it. He said he was advised. All this corruption, the United Kingdom know it very well. So P2B is doing business. He has business in the United Kingdom. Nobody know what he has done. That they are trying to pardon him by making sure that he dragged Biafra into election next year. We are not going to allow that to happen. Position has become necessary. But what I will repeat and continue to repeat until this broadcast end is that we, the Biafra of today, will never allow the mistake of Azikiwe to repeat itself again. Never. And that is exactly what Obi is coming to do in a different way. I want to tell you a story. Somebody called me from Germany. He is probably watching today. Called me from Germany. He said, I didn't pick the call because I am very, very busy these days. So when I saw the call, something asked me to call the person back. I called him back. I said, you called me? He said, yes. He said, do I remember him? I said, well, I don't know if I remember you. But he did not explain himself. I said, okay, I think I remember you. So he started saying, oh, the rejected stone is becoming a cornerstone. Who will ever believe that there is a tsunami coming? Who will ever believe that an Igbo man will be accepted to be running for president? Who will ever believe that there is a tsunami coming? Hi, Chineke God. Overonye ndosi agwa wunye ga-aso n'anya. So as this guy from Germany was saying this thing, I begin to have stomach pain. I told him. So I didn't allow him to talk because I already know where he was going to. I didn't allow him to finish. I told him, hold it there. I have not seen any other tsunami other than Biafra tsunami. The only tsunami I am seeing now is Biafra tsunami. I don't see P2B tsunami. Did you see P2B tsunami? I have not seen that. I have only seen Biafra tsunami, and that's what I'm seeing. This man told me, do you remember I was the one who was supposed to have a program with you and somebody? I said, yes, I remember you are supposed to have a program with me on Biafra, on why we need Biafra, why we must need Biafra. I said, I remember you. So when he started that thing, I told him, hey, stop it there. I don't see any tsunami other than Biafra tsunami. What I'm seeing now is Biafra tsunami. There is nothing like P2B tsunami. Okay? And let me tell you, it is a shame. He's watching me now, probably. It's a shame You people are disgraced. You jump from one platform to another preaching Biafra, deceiving people, and with your appearance on Biafra program, you gave people hope only for them to go and die. After they died out of your deceit, and they are now 6 feet below, you came out and start talking about Nigeria election. God will never forgive you. I told him this, and I believe that whoever sent him, let him be courageous enough to tell you how I responded to him. Those who sent him to come and talk to me from Germany, he should be courageous enough to tell you what I responded and how I responded. So I'm responding now in public, because in case those who sent him are watching. I told him, God will never forgive all of you. All of you who were jumping from one platform to another, preaching Biafra before this particular time, only for you to jump and allow people to die. You come and jump and start talking about P2B and election. God will never forgive you. So after addressing him that way, I caught the phone. But I told him, don't ever in your life call me again. We are going to show you people. I told him, don't ever in your life call me. He is watching me probably. And why I'm making this public now is that for people who want to call me again for such thing. To know how prepared we are. You understand? I told him, don't ever call me again to tell me about Nigeria. The tsunami I am seeing today is the tsunami of Biafra. After that, I caught the phone. So when I caught the phone, I saw he was writing something. He was writing and writing and writing. And I saw him, he was busy writing. Seriously writing. I was looking at the phone. I saw him writing. You know, in WhatsApp now, you see people writing. He was writing and writing and writing. And when I know that he had finished writing what he was writing, I blocked him. I am saying this in the public for that person to know how, insulted I was. That is why I'm saying it now. How insulted and disappointed I was. I waited for him to write. I believe he must have finished writing it because he wasted a lot of time. After, you people don't know me. I know how to be Arurala person. That is if I want to show you Arurala, I'm a mayor to the highest. I waited for him to write everything he was writing. Immediately, I know that he must have written everything. I blocked him. Bam! So he will write those things, he will never deliver it to me. Okay? So if you are watching, this is what I did to you today. You in Germany, I did this thing to you today, and I have no regret over it. Don't ever call my number again until you repent. If you have repented and see that you are Biafra, you can write me that you have repented. And then I can unblock you again. Now let us continue.
Refused to do this. Having refused an order, I know what the drill is. You resign. Refuse to do this. Having refused an order, I know what the drill is. You resign. I resign my post. That is the proper thing to do. What they did then was rather devious. They persuaded me to withdraw my resignation, and when I did, they sacked me. It didn't go through, but I thought this was a bit low after I'd resigned and was prepared to leave the country. This was not very nice behaviour. They later withdrew this and said that I had been of some service to the state, and actually commended me for what I had done, and said I could leave Nigeria with splendid testimonials, and we shook hands on this. And this was done with the recognition of the Deputy Governor-General, Sir Ralph Grey. And then I left Nigeria the first time and took up a job as a personnel officer, a very big job, with the Esso refinery. And then government came after me, declared that I was a traitor, and I had betrayed the British people, ought to be imprisoned, and I lost that job. And then they came to me again and said it's all been a big mistake, dreadful mistake. I'm a jolly decent chap, you know, Oxford chap, and they put me on a plane straight back to Nigeria, where I'd make up for the time I'd been away. There was a great deal of good work for me to do, and we fell for this. We shouldn't have gone back, but we did.
Now, if you recall what you said about the role of the Governor General and the attitude of the British government in particular, regarding the fear that Awolowo, Okotie-Eboh, and the lot of them from the south are dangerous, is there a particular reason? Why the fear from the British government? Is it that they don't want to release or relinquish Nigeria? They still want to control Nigeria?
They knew that the North would do as they said after independence. If it
Did you hear that? This man said the reason why the British favor the North and want Zikiwe to form alliance with the North is because North will always do what they say. Are you hearing me? North will always do what they say. Because if the alliances would have been southern alliances, we are more educated, we are more wise, we are brave. I told you that they had agreement, and this Fulani was part of the shareholder of the Niger Royal Company. They were giving the money. They were giving the money. They were giving the money. Do you understand it? They were giving the money. Now, you have had it. The reason why they favored Fulani was because Fulani will always do what they say. That is the result today. Let's go there.
The North would just because it was their habit. Because it was their habit. They liked the British. They liked the British. Whereas the nationalists an unknown factor. Actually, when they took the flag down and hoisted the Nigerian flag, not one of the major nationalist politicians was there. They weren't even on the platform. This was incredible. These were the people who had sought independence. The people in the North didn't want independence. They didn't want the British to leave. So this was a farce. And for most Europeans who were very close.
You hear that? The people in the North did not want independence. The people in the North did not want the British to leave.
And for most Europeans who were very close and watching this, we were disgusted. We thought this really had been manipulated, this election. It was unworthy. It was unworthy of the British people, this. This was no honest, straightforward thing that you would expect Britain, the mother of parliaments, to do. This was cheap and low and criminal. And I opposed it. And I opposed it then, and I've opposed it ever since. And I'm telling you the truth. And I was warned, if I told you this state secret, my life could be forfeit.
Earlier on, you said the British government wanted the North in alliance with either of the southern region, either with the Yorubas or with the Igbos.
But
I mean, without which they cannot
they can't do it this
rule the country.
The problem was that Awolowo was a highly principled man.
Okay.
You didn't talk to Awolowo about squalid deals and fixing things. Awolowo.
Did you hear that? Awolowo was a very principled man. They could not approach Awolowo. They could not approach Awolowo to strike a deal. But you see today, all these criminals are the one abusing Yoruba people. All these criminals. All these criminals in Biafra. All the criminals in Biafra abuse Yoruba people of betraying. They abuse Yoruba of betraying. This happened before the war. Zik is not a principled man. Zik was corrupt. And the British know the level of corruption of Zik. They approached him. And of course, they didn't miscalculate. They did not miscalculate. Zik failed. Ego, money. Money. The same thing Peter Obi is doing today. Peter Obi is telling you money. How money is everything. How he don't joke with money. How he spend wisely. How he do this, how he do that. How he invested Anambra money. How he has a $15 million in offshore account. How his family know him. How his family always invite him and come. I hope you are not going to spend our money. I hope this election you are going into, you are not going to spend our own money. He's bragging about it. Everything is money. They did not approach Awolowo. They know Awolowo is a principled man. Yoruba, today, the same Fulani deceived you to call Yorubas betrayer. But it was Zik that betrayed the Yoruba. We are correcting it. We have corrected it. Today, we have corrected it. You open your mouth every day to abuse Yoruba people. Igbo, you are an animal. Because what Yoruba is or have done to you before, your Zik, you started it. Peter Obi brother started it. Zik. The something is repeating today. Peter Obi, your brother started it. The people that are destroying this struggle, also the same thing happening. The people that betray Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing. Money. Those fighting against Biafra struggle, the same thing. Peter Obi brothers. Zik Iwe brothers. The same thing. Money. As Zik Iwe, you are going to hear the story yourself. You see, I don't want you to feel, that, okay, this is it. No. If you are a Biafran today and you are genuine, you are exempted from this particular attack this evening. Completely exempted. You are a Biafran. Somebody say, he respects me, but if I have other topic to talk other than Peter Obi, why should we have other topic to talk? Do you not understand? You don't understand what it means that Igbo man is contesting a president in Nigeria. Igbo man, a Biafra man is contesting a president. Why we are searching for Biafra? You are telling me if there is any other topic. What topic is more than that? What topic is more than how to stop Peter Obi from even climbing one step? You are telling me is there another topic? This is the most important topic. And it is very important topic because we are going to stop your mega rally in Biafra. That is how important this topic is. The Biafra people who don't want to go to Nigeria election have to be educated to enlighten them. Why must you sit at home when Peter Obi is coming to do rally? You need to just tell them why. You don't just come and tell people, okay, let us support Biafra. Everybody knows why Biafra is going to come. But then, if you must sit at home whenever Peter Obi or Tinubu or Atiku say they want to have rally in Biafra land, Tell them the reason. Tell the Biafra people the reason why you are ordering people to sit at home. Tell Biafra people the reason why we can never support any election in Nigeria. That is what we are doing. Somebody is talking about another topic. What topic we can talk about? We hear that they want to organize a rally, a mega rally on the 20th. And we have others sit at home. And Biafra are going to come. We need to tell the Biafra why we are not going to allow P2B to breathe. And you are telling me we should talk about another topic. Which other topic is more important than that? Now, I want you, all of you that always go to Yoruba people and abuse them. You are a fool. Don't abuse Yoruba because your Zik betrayed the Yorubas. It was Igbo man that betrayed Yoruba Zik. And that is why we are calling a spade a spade. He doesn't represent us. That is not who we are. Zik is a corrupt person and is a corrupt person. Today, the people in the struggle are also corrupt. That is why they are working with Soludo to kill their own commanders. But that was then. It is no longer possible again. And they deceive you to call Yoruba people betrayer. Did you know this one? Any of you that open your mouth again and abuse Yoruba, God will punish you. Because before Awolowo betrayed Ojoko, Zik betrayed Awolowo. Zik betrayed the Yoruba people. And you don't know that history. Do you? No, you don't. Now let us listen to it.
Awolowo was not that kind of person. If you read his books, this man was a world statesman. And his young lieutenant, Chief Enaharo, was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. However, and for most Europeans who were very close and watching this, we were disgusted. We thought this really had been manipulated, this election. It was unworthy. It was unworthy of the British people, this. This was no honest, straightforward thing that you would expect Britain, the mother of parliaments, to do. This was cheap and low and criminal. And I opposed it. And I opposed it then, and I've opposed it ever since. And I'm telling you the truth. And I was warned, if I told you this state secret, my life could be forfeit.
Earlier on, you said the British government wanted the North in alliance with either of the southern region, either with the Yorubas or with the Igbos.
But Awolowo,
without which they cannot
they can't do it this
rule the country.
The problem was that Awolowo was a highly principled man.
Okay.
You didn't talk to Awolowo about squalid deals and fixing things. Awolowo was not that kind of person. If you read his books, this man was a world statesman. And his young lieutenant, Chief Enaharo, was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. However, they did do a deal with Zik, Dr. Azikiwe, from the East. Dr. Azikiwe, there was this big problem in Nigeria. It's the same big problem in America and in Britain. How do you get funds to fight elections? The candidates in Nigeria had no money, but they did have marketing boards, which were a kind of semi-nationalized industry. And they borrowed money from the marketing boards. But there was a suspicion that Dr. Azikiwe, who has formed...
You see, as we move forward in this whole Biafra next year, it is good to, keep the record very straight. Somebody commented here that before that Awolowo betrayal cost 3 million lives. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter the consequences of Awolowo betrayal. What matters is who betrayed first. That is what matters. Who betrayed first? Before Zikiwe betrayed Awolowo, Ezekiel won election in Yoruba land. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that election in Yoruba land, that they won election in Yoruba land? Yoruba voted Igbo in their own land. They won election. Igbo people won election in Yoruba land. Are you aware of that? They did not even vote Awolowo. Yoruba people didn't vote Awolowo. So Fulani gave you all this false history that Yorubas are betrayer, and everybody is opening mouth. Yoruba is a betrayer. Yoruba is a betrayer. So that you continue to open the wound that your Zik caused to Yoruba people. And it was the tactics of the Fulani until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu began to align with Yoruba. And let me tell you people, you know when this whole, what you don't know is bigger than you. Do you know when this Yoruba alliance started? Do you know? You don't know. Yoruba alliance started when we joined the struggle. Let me give you a little secret. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that Yoruba alliance with Biafra today, with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, started when we joined the COVID-19 as they call us? Are you aware of that? Are you going to doubt that it is not true? Are you going to say it is a lie? Alliance of Yoruba and Biafra started when we joined the struggle. Do you know how that happened? You don't know. You don't know. Ask yourself, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was with these idiots and criminals, they never facilitated to solve the problem between us and the Yoruba. It was when COVID-19 people joined the struggle that will become alliance. You don't know how it happened. We didn't stop there. Today, we are building alliances everywhere. Everywhere. Because that is the vision of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That they couldn't allow him. They couldn't allow him to do it. Behind their back, we solved the problem of Oduduwa and Biafra. Why they have been with him for many years, behind these criminals' back, we solved the problem of Oduduwa and Biafra. I am giving you some direction today. But this is what you don't know. That is why we have always said, what you don't know is bigger than you. We and Oduduwa have come to be one brother. Those betrayals and betraying of Ezekiel, we have wiped them out. Before this whole thing started, do you remember when I will always come to a program and tell you, do not attack Yoruba, do not call Yoruba people's name, don't insult Yoruba people? Do you remember? All of you have forgotten because you still have a Fulani cow in your head. All of you have forgotten. You have forgotten when we come to a program and say, don't insult Yoruba. You have forgotten when we come to a program and tell you, don't call Yoruba people names. You've forgotten. When underground work was going on, when we do underground work, you see the result physically. Not underground work of that you can't see it anywhere. So I want you to check yourself. Check yourself. Check it. When did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu begin to talk about Yoruba people? And when we formed alliance, it was because we came to the struggle with our genuine heart. No, this is just CANT to you now. So just give you a tip of the iceberg. What we have done in the secret. So I want you to understand that the narrative must be changed. Yorubas did not betray you, the Igbos. It was you, your Azikiwe with his corrupt corruption betrayed Yoruba. And today, they are using P2B money. And the ironic part of this whole thing is that they are coming from these same people. Not all of them. Anambra, they are great people. In Biafra, nobody is from Anambra. In Biafra, I was an Anambra man. I was an Anambra. So everybody is from Anambra. When you are from the old Enugu state, Ebonyi state and all that, you are an Anambra man. We are all the same. And in Biafra, as this agitation is concerned, nobody is Anambra. We are all Biafrans. But just if we go back to the root, the fundamental problem of the Igbos, it is coming from this Anambra, which is I was part of it. And that is what Fulani wants you to be saying. Divide and rule. We have destroyed it. Nobody can come in between us again. Not possible. Not while you are not while you have Biafra in you. Maybe as a Nigerian, you can be talking of Anambra and Imo, but not a Biafra struggle. In Biafra struggle, what we are Biafrans. When Biafra come, we are going to know which province you come from, as the case may be. So let us listen.
But there was a suspicion that Dr. Azikiwe, who has formed his own bank, the African Continental Bank, was actually bankrupt. But he was borrowing very large sums of money from the marketing boards and not necessarily repaying the loans.
He was borrowing money from the bank that was bankrupt, and he was not repaying the money. It is money, 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 the root of all evil. The same thing P2B is doing today. I want you people to understand this history. P2B is borrowing money from the bank, using the $15 million in offshore account to service the loan. Same thing Ezekiel did is what P2B have been doing. I do not know when they say history repeats itself. Okay? P2B is borrowing money from the bank. He has $15 million in offshore account. He used that $15 million to service the debt of the borrowing. The same thing they are telling you that Azikiwe did that put him in trouble, that made the British to tell him to betray Yoruba people. Today, P2B is not betraying Yoruba. P2B is not betraying Hausa. P2B is betraying Biafra. That is the only difference. Then it was one Nigeria. Then it was the North and South. Today, it is no longer like that. The difference is that today, P2B has come to betray Biafra. And we are not going to allow, because our brain is hot. That is why this particular analysis today is deep. Do you understand? P2B is not going to betray Yoruba. P2B is not going to betray Fulani. P2B is going to betray Biafra. And for him to have accepted, went to this particular meeting in the United Kingdom, to come back and start shouting Labour Party, is already the betrayer of Biafra people. Let us even read. What exactly do they tell P2B? Okay, let us finish this particular exposition before we go into what P2B said.
We knew this. We had a great secret service. All the politicians' phones were tapped. All the politicians' mail was opened. Everything that any major politician did in Nigeria, we knew in hours. We watched. We knew all that was going on.
Are you saying, essence, that Dr. Azikwe took money?
He was blackmailed by the British to do our bidding. We told Dr. Azikwe that he could go to prison if an inquiry was carried out into his bank and his financial circumstances. However, we would not want to be vindictive if Dr. Azikwe.
All right, that is echo on that video. I have to go back.
We knew this. We had a great secret service. All the politicians' phones were tapped. All the politicians' mail was opened. Everything that any major politician did in Nigeria, we knew in hours. We watched. We knew all that was going on.
Are you saying, essence, that Dr. Azikwe took money?
He was blackmailed by the British to do our bidding. We told Dr. Azikwe that he could go to prison if an inquiry was carried out into his bank and his financial circumstances. However,
did you hear that? That Azikiwe was blackmailed, threatened that he would go to prison if an inquiry were opened into his banks and financial transactions. He would go to prison. The same thing is happening with P2B. P2B have had a very big controversy in the Pandora paper. P2B boasted how he was raising £1 million in overdraft or whatever, back as 19 whatever. P2B boasted how he was doing this and doing that. P2B boasted how he invested Anambra State money, and that money was invested in the bank, which he was the director. You can't invest money, state money in a bank, you are a director. So a lot of questionable transactions is hanging on P2B. The same thing, the same problem. So they must have told P2B, you know, if we begin to go into your Pandora paper, if we begin to go into this offshore company, your $15 million there, if we begin to go into your businesses, you know that you have done something, even though you have been paying tax. Because he told you he was paying tax, he never owed tax in the United Kingdom, he is raising £1 million overdraft. Yeah, you know, that does not mean you are not into shady deals. So they told him, you know, Biafra is now gathering momentum. The arrest or the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't solve the problem we wanted, we were believing that it could have solved. That is why British kept mute about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was not the way they were approaching it in 2016, 2015, 2017, is the way they are approaching it now. They are now being partial to save their economy. We are going to deal with them. I am telling you the fact. British left European Union. The European Union never trusted them. They are cheaters. British, they are cheaters. They taught us fraud and scam. They taught, you see how this man is confessing how they brought election rigging in Nigeria. They rig election. They come to Nigeria, manipulate everything. They taught us how to be criminals. And I'm not missing my word. I am telling you the fact. So, what deal did P2B have with them that made him to now come for Biafra? Instead of Biafra will come and contest. Let us drag you. Let us drag Biafra to this election. 4 years is a very big number. Do you know what they are going to achieve in 4 years? Delaying Biafra for 4 years is a very big achievement, and we can never allow them to do that. I am telling you, to delay Biafra from getting freedom from Nigeria in the next 4 years is big achievement for Britain. This is Britain that to leave EU within 2 years or 3 years of that when they started it. They left. I am telling you the fact. Now, let me go again ahead to play the audio, to play the video.
We would not want to be vindictive if Dr. Ezekwe was cooperative in helping forward the plans that we had made in the best interests of Nigeria. Dr. Ezekwe had nothing in common with the northern politicians. He loathed the northern politicians. But Dr. Ezekwe went north and did as he was told. And what he was promised was this: the real power, effective power, would be in the hands of the northern emirs. However, it would look great if the president was Dr. Ezekwe and he was given a field marshal's uniform and an admiral's uniform.
Did you hear that? Azikiwe have nothing in common with the North, but he was instructed to go to the North so that he will not go to prison. The same thing Peter Obi is doing today. Peter Obi even understand that we, the Biafra people, have nothing in common with Nigeria. We have nothing in common. Peter Obi know that Nigeria have treated us with the highest disdain. Yet, Peter Obi knows that the structure of Nigeria, where Kano have over 40 representatives at the National Assembly, is incongruous, that we can never be compatible. Peter Obi knows all these things, but yet he accepted to play the script of Britain. The same thing Azikiwe did. Azikiwe know he has nothing to do with Fulani, yet he accepted to go, betraying Yoruba people, betray the entire southern Nigeria, betrayed everybody, and go to North for greed, selfish greed, for self-greed, greed. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have preached about. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, those of you 100 men, that is not greed. That is not jealous. That is pure. What you see happening today, P2B, is greed. Greed to protect his own interest, protect his own business, protect his own whatever he is doing. Only God knows what they have told him while he visited this particular place. Only God knows. We are going to read the report, but let us listen.
He asked, please, could he have a row of medals? But they said, well, no, that was a bit difficult, to get the medals. So when the ambassadors started arriving, he was known to be asking people from foreign countries, perhaps they had a medal for his uniform. We thought this was terrible, but it was said that this happened. He was very vain. And for a time, he functioned as first the Governor General, and then when Nigeria became a republic, as the president. But he had no power. And when he did try to tell the army, he said, I'm the field marshal, the army has got to do this. They said, hey, you're just a ceremonial figure. You have no power. The Prime Minister, Balewa, gives us our orders. So there was a feeling then that there was going to be trouble. And then it was because the Awolowo and the Action Group had become the official opposition. What we British wondered.
Did you hear that? They told Zeke, they are going to make you this and make you that, and they want to try to show his power. They told him, you have no power. You can't order us to do anything. Tafawa Balewa, the Fulani man, is the prime minister, and he have the power to control us. There, Zeke know that he has misfired. Zeke know that he has fucked up. Big time. He become a ceremonial, whatever they call him. Ceremonial. I think he was the only ceremonial. After Zeke ceremonial, there were never any other ceremonial in Nigeria. Did you hear of any other ceremonial in Nigeria? I want to ask you a question. Go to the history of Nigeria. After Zeke ceremonial, whatever, is there any other person in the history of Nigeria that was given a position, and the position was ceremonial? I am asking you. Is there anybody? Answer me. Answer me. Zeke was so desperate, just like Peter Obi. Nobody else was attached to the ceremony to his title. Zeke was ceremonial. He sold the southern Nigeria, betrayed Yoruba people, betrayed Awolowo to become a ceremonial nonsense. After him, nobody was, addressed as a ceremonial. Somebody said Osibajo. Hi, look at woman. Somebody say Osibajo is a ceremonial. No, Osibajo is not a ceremonial. Osibajo is not a ceremonial. Osibajo is not a ceremonial. Zikiwe is a ceremonial. Osibajo is not a ceremonial, please. Oh my God. So, today, have Igbo people stopped betraying? The criminals stopped betraying? The answer is no. But we have bigger in number those that will not betray Biafra. They are in the autopilot IPOB. And millions of Biafrans that are still standing by to wait what is going on. They will not betray. Those criminals, we have chased them away. And if you continue, you see, they are going to be making noise until you hear them no more, until Biafra come. I am telling you the fact. All this noise you see is what they are going to be making until we are going to Biafra. Just watch and see. Mark my word. But when Biafra come now, they will, all of them will jump out. We are the one in charge. We are the one who did it. We are the one who did it. The world will know who activities under whose watch Biafra will come. You are going to watch it. And I am going to continue to be the disciple as he is coming out very soon. Believe me. Oga, you may have vum nanya. Vum. I want to ask you, do you still see all those people that were, jumping around, blackmailing Simon Ekpa? There was one lady like that. One lady like that. Where is she? She's in Dubai. There was one lady in Dubai. Every time that time, Simon Ekpa, all of a sudden, this lady turned against Simon Ekpa. She turned against Simon Ekpa. I look at the text, the comment she make. Do you still see her? That lady from Dubai. He disappeared. Or she disappeared. Or disappeared. And when she disappeared, you people didn't even know that she have disappeared. Okoha and you go pee. That time she was running from here and there. This is person that, all of them came running around Simon. Today, Unakarafia, That time she was everywhere. Simon, you will see this one. Oh, Kano is this. Oh, the family of this. Everywhere. Do you see her again? She's gone. That is how they are going to be falling off. Today we are waxing stronger. They are nowhere to be found. Do you still remember the other one in Italy? The one who always go from one platform to another, shouting, Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that. Do you still see that one? That one is a male. Are you not asking yourself question, where is that one that is in Italy? You know, I want to, you see, I want you people to know that I am keeping record too. I am keeping record. Just to give you example of how betrayers operate. That one in Italy that was going from one platform to another. Any place you see someone, they talk Simon Ekpa, bam! He is there shouting. Do you still hear from him? Their voice, their volume is going down. Their volume is going down. The battery is going down. Okay? No, I just want people to understand, you know, that they have never been here more. The volume is going down. They have been fighting Ikuku. They fight Ikuku. They blackmail Ikuku. Today, their volume is going down. For how long will you continue to run mad on social media? Shouting and shouting and shouting, and you are not making progress in whatever you are doing. You're not making progress in your shouting. You go to one platform, 2 people are watching you there. You will shout to Simon Ekpa, we will expose you, we will expose this man. Simon Ekpa has become, what did I say? Somebody says Simon Ekpa has become principality. Say, Simon Ekpa has become principality. That for you to defeat, they have been figuring a way how to defeat Simon Ekpa. That they have found out. So one person told them that he has found out that Simon Ekpa has become a principality. Okay? Today, the story have changed. Because we are genuine. We are not betrayer. Now let us continue.
How could we win another election without the British counting the votes? There could not be another proper run election without us there. We knew what we were doing. We were just helping things along. You know, we were doing what the British do, favouring our friends and looking after our own and repaying favours. We don't call that corruption.
Right. I mean, in essence, what Dr. Azikiwe did, it was forced by the British government to do it.
Yes.
Collecting money from the marketing board then.
Yes.
So if any politician here in the United Kingdom tried to do that,
Be in jail.
he will be in jail. So why did the British government?
Did you hear that? British government forced Zikiwe to be collecting money. Collecting money. The same thing the Nigerian government is doing to all these politicians in the southeast. If they want position, they make them collect money. They allow them to loot the money, and they will be waiting for them. Anything they do, they are coming after them. Once they do PIM, they come after them. Britain taught Fulani how to use money to hold Ndigbo. That is why P2B is jumping from pillar to pole. But we are going to tell him that the generation of Ndigbo that we are part of are not their type. We are not the money monger Ndigbo. Of course, you have them in the struggle that we have destroyed them. We have destroyed them. Now they are following Soludo. And Soludo exposed them. They are running helter-skelter. They gave Zikiwe opportunity to collect money so that they will use it to indict him. The time came. They told him, this money you collect, we are going to put you to prison. Go and align with Fulani. And Zik, as a criminal he was, because he's a criminal. Anybody that is fraudulent is a criminal. Before now, all of you were praising Zik. All of you were Zik of Africa. Zik of Africa. Zik of this. Zik of that. But little did you know the history of Zik. You didn't know. You didn't know how Zik put you in this problem today. Until now. Until now. The same people, the same way they are shouting Obi, obedient. Somebody Obi. You don't know what Obi has done. You don't know what Obi discussed with the 10 Downing Street. You don't know what Obi discussed with Boris Johnson. When Obi was there to meet Boris Johnson was still the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Today, he resigned. After Obi visiting him, he resigned. Did you ask yourself, why did Boris Johnson resign as Prime Minister of Britain? He resigned. So can we ask Boris Johnson, now that he's no longer a minister, a Prime Minister of Britain, what did you discuss with Peter Obi? Which agreement did you reach with Peter Obi? You do understand? You will not know that. Let us continue.
Here in the United Kingdom, tried to do that.
Be in jail.
It will be in jail. So why did the British government refuse to take action
Because
or comment on
if we nipped it in the bud, because we knew it was even happening in, let me be fair, in the West with the Wallowo. They were taking some money. They meant to repay it perhaps, but they were taking money. And I would have said, issue a warning now and say, you've got to behave, because if this is allowed to go on, it'll be a major offence. However, before they actually ran the 1959 election, they needed money for the North and for the NCNC, Dr. Zik, to fight the election. So what they did, my senior officer, Major Bunker, went around, was ordered by the Governor General to go to all the major British firms and international firms, Ford, UAC, Leventis, all these firms, and raise money for a slush fund to enable Chief Okoti Igbo, together with the North, to fight the 1959 elections. The North got most of their money from the native authorities. This was looked on by the British as being okay. This wasn't corrupt because we were friends of the North. And if they tried this in the West or in the East, we might have said this was corruption. But because it happened in the North, the native authorities' public money was poured into the government party, the NPU. So this obviously was a terrible fiddle. We were discriminating against the southern politicians in favour of these northern emirs. What we saw was that this would not be the first act of treachery. They would have to smash the action group, because the action group was strong, and in a fresh election, they would be sure to win. They were pretty honest and regular guys, and a lot of the British quite admired Awolowo for his brain power. And they admired Chief Inahro, who was a bit cheeky and young and spirited. And they were both quite admired, as they were like right-wing Labour people, nothing revolutionary. And so a great deal of money was raised by my senior officer, Major Bunker, before the 1959 election. And this was...
Now, let us go to read the report. After Peter Obi visited the United Kingdom to replicate Zik Iwe, I want us to go and read so that your eyes will open. Here we go. I want you to listen and listen very attentively. P2B visits UK Prime Minister residence. Presidential aspirant P2B on Monday was at the residence of the UK Prime Minister, number 10 Downing Street. He shared photos from the visit on Twitter saying, "I just arrived at number 10 Downing Street, London, for a meeting, ran into Lord Mallard of Ostock, full of warmth as usual." Look at him. Look at him. I just arrived. Look at him. Look at P2B doing what Azikiwe did that ended up becoming a disaster to us in Nigeria. Look at it. Look at him. Now, Obi is visiting the UK ahead of his party presidential primaries. That was before PDP primaries. Details of his meeting was not made public. Details of his meeting was not made public. Obi is having a secret meeting with British. The secret meeting is not different from what you have just heard about Zikiwe. That is all what it's all about. If Obi is sincere, let him come and tell you what is the content on the topic of discussion with the British government. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party PDP has said only elected delegates will vote at the coming primary and national convention. This is in accordance with the provision of the Section 84(8) of the Electoral Act 2022. The National Organizing Secretary Omar Bature said in a statement on Saturday. And when you look at some of the offices, even in PDP, it has been Fulanized. PDP as a party is already Fulanized. Look at the Organizing National Secretary, Omar Bature. Omar Bature is a Muslim. Is he the most educated person that he should become a secretary of the PDP? The answer is no. As you are watching this broadcast, I want us to hit the like button and let us see 2,000 immediately so that other people will join us, because we still have a little bit time to spend here. Take your few seconds and hit the like button. Let us see 2,000. The announcement come about a week after the National Assembly amended the section to allow statutory delegate vote at party meeting, congresses and conventions. These statutory delegates include the president, governors, and lawmakers. During the speedy consideration and passage of the amendment bill, the lawmakers had said the existing section was an error that should be corrected. And this is all this talking this story. To take you now to another report of this P2B coming from the United Kingdom. Hit the like button and let us hit 2,000 at least. Very important. Very important. Here we go. P2B 2023. P2B dump PDP after they come from London. I don't need to tell you people. Now you already know. P2B dump PDP. P2B dumped PDP. P2B, who was considered one of the top contender of the presidential race in the PDP ticket is exiting the party less than 3 days. Less than 3 days. Less than 3 days to its presidential primary election. P2B dumped PDP as advised by Britain. A former Anambra State governor and presidential aspirant Peter Obi has dumped the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Mr. Obi, who was considered one of the top contenders for the party presidential ticket, is exiting the party less than 3 days to its presidential primary. The script they gave to him in London, he came and started playing it. An aide to the former governor confirmed his exit from the PDP. He, however, dismissed speculation that Obi is pulling out of the presidential race, too, suggesting that the former governor may contest on another party's platform. He also refused to mention Obi's next move. I can confirm that he, Mr. Obi, has left the PDP, but I cannot confirm that he is no longer in the race. We'll find that out, he said. In a letter seen by the Premium Times and addressed by the party's national chairman, Irochia Ayu, Mr. Obi cited recent development in the party as his reason for leaving. Dated May 24, in the letter with the title Resignation from PDP and Withdrawal from the Presidential Contest, Mr. Obi noted that the nation challenge are deep-rooted. Do you hear that? The nation challenge are deep-rooted. Yet, he wants to become the president. What does Obi mean by the nation challenges are deep-rooted? If the challenges are deep-rooted, do you have any roadmap or any kind of template how to solve this deep-rooted problem? Unfortunately, recent development within our party make it impossible for me to continue participating and making constructive contribution. Our national challenge are deep-rooted again for the second time. Obi confirmed that national challenge is deep-rooted. As Obi, how is he going to solve this deep-rooted challenge? He will not answer you. He will not answer you. The only thing he will do is vote me, vote me, vote me. Let us bring GDP up. Let us bring GDP down. Let us calculate GDP. Is the deep-rooted problem he is talking about here GDP? No. And they require that we each make profound sacrifice toward rescuing our country. Obi want to rescue his country. Peter Obi want to rescue his country. Can you imagine? Or rescue from the Akandi Britain. Rescue his country. The country that is not existing. The country that does not exist. Today, you have just, seen the reason we are not going to allow election in Biafra land, not P2B. The reason we are going to fight anybody coming to do election in Biafra land come 2023. We will not allow it. It is going to be a grave mistake. It is going to be a grave mistake. The mistake will be worse than Azikiwe mistake. So, the topic of today's broadcast is that we will never allow what Zeke did to repeat itself in P2B. We can never, ever allow it. So any day, anybody, be it Zeke, be it Obi, be it Tinubu, be it Atiku, call for sit at home, call for mega rally, we are going to order sit at home, and Biafra will obey us. I want you people to understand that the game have just started. So and we have trained you to be able to, resist every, like those who will come to tempt you, every temptation. You have been trained for the past 1 year how to resist temptation, how to sit at home, because it is going to be one of the big tools we are going to use to get Biafra next year. Okay? As the political activities is starting very soon, I want Biafrans to understand that as these political activities is starting very soon, you will be ready to also start your own activity of civil disobedience, because we are going to match them bomber to bomber. Any day political activity is coming in any part of Biafra, will be sit at home. This particular campaign period will be very, very interesting. Do not say we didn't tell you, because the time has come. You are going to make sacrifice. The sacrifice is that your businesses will be closed. The sacrifice is that you will not go to work. The sacrifice is that you are going to sit at home. And we don't have much time to do that sit at home and other civil disobedience that will follow. We have from now to February to make this magic. I believe it is not too much. We have suffered and paid price of one Nigeria for more than 50 years. Millions of Biafra has been killed. Millions of Biafra have died. And people continue to die for one Nigeria. And for you to sit at home and follow the civil disobedience order is not too much for your freedom to come. That is why this coming month will be very, very important, because the activity, once the political activity start, we will activate every arsenal. To make Biafra come. This program will be run for 3 hours. And for this reason, we are going to take calls. Calls is question. No praising, no nothing. Call me and ask me a question, and let us address you immediately without wasting time. Here we go. This question and answer time. Remember to support Eastern Security Network. Very, very important. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, my brother.
There we go ahead with your question.
I don't have much question to ask, but I want to praise you for one thing, please.
Go ahead.
Mazi, do when chori kine metrom do that music in meno kata weekend ge gba do na gbatra egwu no egwu onyiri ndiro ko wona asu ndiro egwu je ndiro bi ojori ha na gbatra ye titra ye to.
All right. Noted.
Okay,
noted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, before I pick the next call, let me acknowledge those who have supported us today with their super chat. Very important. You know, they are the people that are supporting this page. Of course, we want to thank you, Juju. Thank you for your super chat. I beg, go and vote P2B. Do something good in life. We can still fight. Who is doing this one? I will not read this thing. You can go and campaign that in other platform, not here. Right? But thank you for your super chat anyway. Harry Acho Official, thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. We have a lot of work to do, each one of us. Exactly. Africa Confidential, thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. Simon, you are a man of truth. This is why many Yoruba nationalists like me stand firmly with you. Thanks for setting the record straight. Mazinan Dekane himself has said it before as well, which was why he wasn't a fan of Zik. But we know. Thank you very much. Ama Uche, thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. Mari Chukuma, thank you very much. for your super chat. We appreciate you. Marichukuma has always supported this platform with always $100 and all that. Thank you very much. Simon, we are with you every step of the way. You know road, and we do follow you back to back. Remain blessed. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for that super chat. All right, now we're going to go straight to the phone and welcome and ask your question. Welcome to the program.
Hello, okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
This is my first time calling. I'm calling from the zoo.
Your first time calling. Go ahead with your question.
Okay. My question is, you know that now we are trying to plan this civil disobedience. Them their own, they will have their own strategy.
They will have their own what?
They will have their own strategy.
They will have their own strategy, which is what?
Yes, because there are some youths now that is very, very, as in, they are not thinking well. What are we going to do about those youths? That they will still come out if because there is people that
I don't want to listen to me. When the time come, hey, listen to me. When the time come, sit at home and leave other people who want to go out to go out. It's not your business. Don't talk on behalf of any youth here. Talk about yourself. Are you going to sit at home?
Sure.
So just sit at home and leave other people. You cannot come here and talk about other people, okay? Just talk about yourself. That you yourself, you know you are going to sit at home for Biafra. As simple as that. Don't come here and give opinion of others that what other people want to do because you are not them, okay? Talk about yourself and leave other people. Thank you. All right, Akwaite Etekamba, your word. Thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. And thank you also for joining the membership. We thank you very much for that. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, shall never follow agent obituary to the British mortuary. Biafra independence from slavery. Thank you very much. That's exactly the way it is. You're welcome to the program. You're welcome to the program. Your question, please.
Yes, Mr. Simon, very, very well done. My question is, in terms of labor, we know in Nigeria today, there's this kind of age fixing. If you're 20 to 20 something years, you're not going to do the job. When Biafra come, will it be like that?
How can it be like that? When Biafra come, once you are going to military service, you are already exposed to job from 18 years. So why would it be like that? We are going to plan the future of our children and our young men. So it can never be the same. It can never be like that. In Biafra land, as you are going to school, you are going to be exposed to practices, work practices. From there, you get experience, work experience. And by the time you finish school, you are not going to be going to look for a work as a lay person. You already have experience. So why should we be like the same? We can never be the same. My brother, what I'm telling you is that whatever we are going to do in Biafra is what we'll learn a lesson from other people. So we can never allow such mistake to happen in Biafra. Biafra is going to employ in fact, our people will be looking and running away from job because the job creation will be massive. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're doing a perfect job. Well done.
Thank you. Welcome to the program. Good evening from here.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the program. Go ahead with your question, please.
Good evening.
Good evening from here.
Yeah. Who is answering?
Can you stop listening to what your gadget and listen to your phone? We don't have time for that. Welcome to the program. Good evening from here. Hello. This is connecting and is not working. Hello? Welcome to the program.
Okay, Mark, good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead with your question, please.
Okay. Because after this war now, because after them now work, I get what to find at the ndị participatory na the war achọkwara ịga bịa because onye na-ekwu enwere m aka ọrụ ọnwụ na alụcha dị ọgụ ịchọghị ịga fọda na amị ọ polis ịchọkwara ịga your handwork that's your handwork kedu onye ahụ dịkwa ime ya.
Of course, nobody is going to force you to be in the army now, but the opportunity will be there for you. When you fight, when you are in the army, you'll be respected. Biafra will give you respect. Accord you the highest respect you can think of. So I think it will be joining the army will be very enticing. But those who do not want to join the army is a free world. Biafra is not going to be dictatorship or anything like that. You are free to go. We are going to embrace democracy. So you are free to go and do your work if to continue your work, and of course you are going to get support from the state.
Okay, thank you very much. What I want to say now, I want to give you my word as to give Martin and the dialogue. I will be here that time, okay?
Great. And let me tell you, we are already at war. The only thing is that it is not yet official. It's not yet officially declared, but we are already at war. They are already in our place and killing our people. So we're already at war. What we are doing now is defensive. And of course, we have said it. We are no longer in any defensive war. So that is very clear. We are not fighting any defensive war any longer. So they already brought the war to us, and people can see it. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're going to 1 minute, please.
Go ahead.
You're going to ayon ndị niile because enwere mgbe maazị Nnamdị Kanu na-ekwu okwu na redio, so some people na-akpọ na ha ya eme ihe dị ka ma na ha ya eme because I remember one lady kpọrọ na call one day si na ọ ya provide medical ma ọ na the things ndị merụrụ ahụ. Biko a na ayọ ndị niile mere play that time biko onye ọbụla but that day, during that time, because at least
don't even go there. Yeah, don't even go there. Biafrans are ready. So
thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Welcome to the program. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program. Good morning from here.
Good morning, Mazi. Mazi, please, I want to ask you one question that is bothering me.
Go ahead.
What I wanted to ask is about transportation in Biafra land. I mean, like Biafra airline, right? When Biafra come, are we going to have all this cut and join transit? Is Biafra airline going to go direct in every country? That is what I wanted to know.
What do you mean every country?
Like now, in Zoo now, if you want to go Asia, you must get transit in Europe before going to Asia. No direct flight.
You cannot get direct flight because it is an international organized air transportation services. So you don't expect people to travel from Zoo and then going to Asia, depending on Asia. If you are going to Malaysia now, you don't expect that you are going to have a full load of plane from the Zoo going to Malaysia. No. So they have to make sure.
No.
So what are you asking? Because direct flight means...
What I'm asking, right? Look at now, okay, for example, now look at Ethiopia. Look at Ethiopia now. Ethiopian airline now is going almost everywhere. They go direct. You know.
They go direct from where to where?
Like now, what I'm asking you now, if Biafra come now, will Biafra airline fly from Biafra direct to America, or from Biafra land direct to Australia or to China? That's what I'm trying to ask.
The thing your question is not clear, because there is no way you can fly from anywhere direct, even from Europe here, direct to America without transiting somewhere. Sometimes you can have direct flight when you have passengers. If the route of that flight is a hot route, a busy route where you have passengers, you can begin to fly direct. But if it's a place where you must transit for people to enter your plane before you go continue the journey, of course it has to be like that. So if we have Biafrans that are going to America, and we can have up to the full load of Biafra airline, so why not? Of course we'll go direct.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, but I'm just telling you the normal, what is, why you see that flight cannot go direct is because you don't expect airlines to go empty to Australia. They cannot go from Nigeria to Australia when only 2 persons will be going to Australia. Okay, it can be that only 2 persons is going to Australia from Nigeria, so they have to transit somewhere for them to take other passengers that are going from that place to Australia. So when they go there, other people will go down and another passengers will enter and they will continue their journey. So, but if you have a direct, if you have a full flight where people are going every time, of course you go direct. There is no point transiting anywhere.
Yeah. My point I'm trying to make. Let us do now, right? That Biafra flight now is going to China, for example. Now, it's going to transit to Europe. But what I mean, I hope it's the same our flight will take from Biafra land.
Okay. Of course, that is going to be our target. Okay, but let me tell you, that is going to be our target. But the route, opening route to those places also requires a lot of resources. So of course, it is going to be our target. The Biafra airline will be going all over the world. Like Qatar, you see these Qatar Airlines and all that. So yes, we are going to do that.
Yeah,
of course.
All right, thank you very much,
yes.
Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening, Wachineke.
Good evening, well
done. Because I just talk about this guy Onu.
Yes.
That is why I'm calling.
Yes.
When the bottom line as a traveler, that your questionable. I get when so many airlines coming to Biafra land. In fact, I got double.
Yes.
But your question is this. Are we going to introduce our own airline, something like Biafra airline, or Biafra this and that? Yes.
Yes.
When we have that, we're going to have what we call a bilateral relationship with different countries. For example, like China. Of course, Biafra will take off from anywhere in Biafra land there direct to Guangzhou, to Shanghai, to this. But that we choose to fly Air France. Of course, Air France has to touch down to Paris before flight in Kenagazi, wherever you are going, US or whatever, we now connect you. So I just talk about the guy I hope he understands my point now.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right, we continue. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. Hello. All right. We have 6 minutes more to go. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Please ask your question.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. My question is this. You may decide to answer it, and you may just take it as advice.
Okay.
If you like. Now we understand exactly what is going on right now in the coastal region. You will understand clearly that the caliphate is setting up an army in the coastal region.
Yes.
Now, I remember that before Nadikano was kidnapped, a lot of activities were going on to the fact that even the Hausas were calling in and contributing in the program. So are we happy because this is a time where we need, because after watching the YouTube video of CNN, the documentary, I understand right now that the Hausas actually are having fracas with the Fulanis.
Yes.
So we can actually use that. So are we doing something in that regard? Because internal enemy are always the worst enemy to fight. So if they have internal enemy also, it will be to our benefit.
Yes, we are doing something. Let me tell you, that thing you are seeing is not a threat to what we are doing. It is not even. It is not even a. In fact, when I listen to people talking about it, it's because they don't know how far we have gone. That guy don't offer any. Just all these things you see, just forget it. It is not going to. We are going to shock them.
Okay.
So it is. That's why I have not actually made a program about it. I've not spoken about it because I don't need to. When the time comes, people will see how it is going to go. So don't worry about that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Sam.
Good evening from here.
Yeah. Please, my question is, if you check the news of Europe, many of these countries in Europe are counting Nigeria as one of the 4 countries where they will get oil and gas to replace Russia. But we are being killed. Some of them don't want to say anything. Are we going to allow this oil to be to them when our people
Sorry, can you go? I didn't hear you again. Are we going to be allowed the oil?
I said it is one of the countries some European countries are counting on to buy the gas and oil, less Russian oil and gas.
Yes.
But people are dying, and many of these countries don't want to say anything. Are we going to continue dying when they enjoy the oil? What can we do?
The point is that yes, it has been a concern to us that because of Russia, they are turning to Nigeria. What we are going to do is not something I will come to tell you here, but we are going to speak in a very understandable language, not the language they will never understand. We are going to speak in a language they will understand. So we have made it very clear. Just I will assure you that we are going to speak in a language they will understand.
Okay. Thank you very much. What today is 15th of August.
Yes.
What you told us that from today, is it still on the table or it has been shared?
Everything we have said so far is on the table. We don't take word back.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your answers.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. You're welcome to the program. We're going to take the last call. And I am going to bring something to the screen. Yes, welcome to the program. You're welcome to the program.
Good morning. My name is. Sorry, let me not call my name.
Yes, just go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, my question. I'm calling from Ogocha in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Land.
Okay.
My question is, I don't know if there is something that you have been putting in place to make sure that people here in Port Harcourt also join the struggle, especially the armed struggle ones. Those with
our present is very heavily and very heavy in that area.
Okay.
Yes.
I am very grateful to hear that if that is the case. So we are also putting our effort to see that there will not be a issue in come to the community, because we a lot of
we have let me tell you one thing. We have covered the entire Biafra. Every Biafra territory has been covered. I can assure you that today.
Wow. I'm very happy to hear this honestly, because when we are telling our people what is on ground, they don't hear. Oh, yeah, clamoring is P2B.
Nobody is clamoring P2B. Let me tell you, nobody is just few people are clamoring P2B, not the majority of our people. And that is why we are going to continue to enlighten them and know that whenever any political rally comes, we are going to display that nobody is talking about them. And it is going to happen in Imo State for a start.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right.
May God continue to be with you. Thank you very much.
Amen. All right. We are ending the program today, and I want you to look at what you see here. This thing you are seeing here is a handmade, a handcrafted ESN dragon flag by Madam Judith. And she made this with a very high quality materials. So this is for the next ESN fundraising. The highest donor will get this particular dragon flag. It's a special dragon flag. It's a special handmade dragon flag by Judith, crafted with 3D design. So the highest donor will get and take this dragon flag home, and the thing will be posted to the person, and you are going to hang it in your house or in your office. As you know, when you look at it, you know you have contributed very well in the coming fundraising for Eastern Security Network. The highest donor will take it home. So this is a very good development. We are, adding spices, to this particular awareness we are creating. And the next fundraising, the highest donor will take this Biafra and the ESN dragon flag home. So once that happens, you will be contacted, and this particular high quality, handmade, handcrafted dragon flag will be sent to you by mail. Thank you very much. As you remember to come to the next fundraising, we're going to make the flyer very soon, and the people will know the date is the 27th of this month. The 27th of this month is the next fundraising. Very, very important. Mark it down, but before then, we want you to be supporting the ESN every day as you can on the website. You go there, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. Very important that you are part of this. We are going to continue this particular exposition tomorrow, again with a new topic. Thank you. God bless Mark for your super chat. We appreciate you. My brother who is interested in airline, let him invest heavily in the airline so it can be big enough. Exactly. Exactly. Anthony, great. Thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. We love you, MSA. We love you too. All right, the time is already 3:44 a.m. here. And these days I sleep only a few hours. And I am working tomorrow. On this note, I say, may God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Mazinam Kano. May God bless Eastern Security Network. May God bless our Omada. May God bless our autopilot IPOB media team. And I will never forget. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless all Oduduwa and Yorubas, agitators. And again, I will never forget. Yesterday, somebody called my attention on may God bless the husband of Umuada, that I have been always saying, may God bless Umuada. What about the husband of Umuada? Or have I collected all the Umuada and abandoned their husband? So I am going to say also, may God bless the husband of Umuada so that peace will reign. They say, I have been saying, may God bless Umuada. What about the husband of Umuada? So, Umuada husband,